A flat 25% consumption tax on all final retail sales and services is applied. No exemptions, no exceptions. Listen carefully. Before you get off on 25%, I buy a coat for $100, $125. Harvard did a study in the economics department and said this: when you throw out the tax code and you take the burdensome cost of complying with the tax code, they predict there'll be no increases in prices as we know them now. None. Here's how it works. No more withholding of wages. No more tax on savings. No more tax on inheritance. No more death taxes. No more capital gains tax. No more corporation tax. They just pass them on to you folks. No more Social Security tax. No more Medicare tax. No more audits. No more receipts. No more accountants. No more bookkeepers. No more attorneys. No more oaths to sign your life away to. No more government in your kitchen. It carries two other provisions. A trade reciprocity provision. It says if a foreign country has a barrier against American products, that same barrier is thus placed against their products. Number one. And number two, it quantifies and qualifies the cost of production and the cost of doing business. If they're a low wage, 17 cents an hour, that would be quantified into a tariff commensurate with the cost of production in the United States of America. No more flea market. But let's look at a car made in Lordstown. Right now it's weighed down with all of this tax burden. It's shipped overseas, they're loading it down. What are we selling overseas? We will have a $750 billion trade deficit, folks. Now that car made in Lordstown carries no tax. Sold overseas, treat it nice, because your car is going to be treated the same as ours. Second of all, you send your car over here, it's sold in America, same tax as ours. Those companies will all move into the United States of America and produce here. But what nobody understands, the progressive income tax was started by Karl Marx. Now we have all this talk about health care. Nothing's free. Everybody may have health care. And no one might have a job. I predict in the next 6-7 months, you will see more federal money come into this area. They're going to start shipping money in here and saying, don't send him back. Do not send that man back. Do not give him a microphone with the speech and debate clause of the Constitution. It's time. It's time to take our government back, folks. It's not ours. General Motors stock is selling at 67 cents a share. All these new jobs they're talking about, they're census jobs. They're government jobs. There's more government workers than factory workers in America. Let me say this about the health care bill. Two things. For the first time in history, you have legislation that says if you don't do something, we're going to penalize you. I want you to think back when you were 20 years old. Was your first budgetary item health insurance? You had the luxury of youth, and you made the decision. The second thing is, if you do not buy it, you're going to be fined. The word now around America is the fine will be less costly than the insurance, so young people will pay a fine and go without insurance. But here's the hidden cost. You honestly believe there's only 12 million illegal immigrants in America? I predict, hear me, there is at least 30 million illegal immigrants. And they're going to be covered. And both of these parties are catering to them. They want to make them citizens. They want their votes.
Yeah.
They should be thrown the hell out of here. Period. And that isn't a racist remark. Let me get down to this. If you come in this country the right way, you're one of us. If you didn't, you're here illegally, you should be thrown out, folks. Now, there was a case in Youngstown, a hospital. Not in California, not in Arizona. A man come in, gave his card, he got pancreatic surgery. Thousands and thousands of dollars. They thought something was funny when 10 days later, a man come in with the same card. A different man for surgery. How hard is it to get a fake driver's license, a fake Social Security card? To be on welfare? Who's paying for it? Just remember this. When the Congress first passed an income tax, it was only on the rich. It was taken to the Supreme Court, it was stricken down illegal, unconstitutional. So that's why you have the 16th Amendment. Now this health care bill says we're going to hit the rich. There ain't enough of them, folks. You know what the trouble is? They're going to start leaving this country and take their money with them. The people are going to pay for this. There are people who are looking at me right now. And while all these politicians got pay raises, there was no Social Security cost of living allowance, was there? And for the first time in history, Social Security payouts were more than what they took in. And I want you to think back now to Black Monday, where one time you had 30 workers for every steel retiree. You got down to where you had 2 workers for every steel retiree. And now you don't have any steel. Social Security started with 40 workers contributing per retiree. Now it's getting close to 2 workers for every retiree. Use your head. You're going to hear a lot about my tax plan. Wall Street Journal followed me around for over a week. And I think the powers that be have not let them print that article yet. They won't print it. Because I'm going to say it here. If they do not throw out this progressive income tax that rewards dependents, subsidizes illegitimacy, kills investment, ships jobs overseas, America will implode. That consumption tax is fair.